following message is transmitted at the request of Dr. Ron.
Oh, it's time, ladies and gentlemen. Time to make a malt liquor video. Oaktown Hellbilly back here with my King Cobra premium malt liquor straight off the dangerous streets of Stockton, California. In order for me to bring you this high quality, authentic malt liquor entertainment production tonight. Final haul in malt liquor, ladies and gentlemen. Final haul in malt liquor. Got a big one. 2 weeks worth. Malt liquor label out.
Why didn't you listen? You cannot stop it. It hasn't even begun. It's too late. I told you.
Delicious!
Did you believe them?
Shout out to LootbagLarry.
I could have saved you. I tried to warn you. You looked away. You asked for this. You played your bet. Now I hit it. But don't call it a grave. It's the future you chose. We're trapped in the belly of this horrible machine.
Alright.
And the machine is bleeding to death.
Get into it here. This might be a long one. So settle in. I did not came up last week. So I got 2 weeks worth of vinyl haul down in Oakland. And also off of Discogs. And I picked up quite a bit of stuff. I picked up some jazz albums, some punk albums. I picked up a heavy metal record. So shout out to Hell 2 Pay 80, LootbagLarry, Nick Gutted, and all the rest of the metalheads that enjoy malt liquor with the label out. Follow the blueprint. All right, so first up, get into it here. Live TV, folks, it does happen. Up to John Coltrane, live at the Village Vanguard, November 1961. That's in New York City. This is a great live album. As far as jazz albums that are live are concerned, it's great. You just hear the applause in the background. That's all. It's basically the same with slight nuances and differences. I've never seen one of these legends live. Unfortunately, they're all gone now, but that's the way it goes. So, John Coltrane live at the Village Vanguard, 1961. This is obviously a repress. I picked it up at Econo Jam Records in Oakland, California. $18, ladies and gentlemen. Great price. Also at Econo Jam Records in Oakland, California, also for $18. John Coltrane, self-titled debut album. This came out in 1957. And, it's a masterpiece. This is like the Miles Davis Kind of Blue album, which I listened to last night twice in a row, as a matter of fact. I did some punk rock and stuff when I got home. I listened to Blitz, I listened to TSOL, and then I decided to listen to Kind of Blue. I loved it so much I wanted to hear it again. But as soon as this masterpiece is over with, I'll be listening to this Coltrane debut album. Outstanding. All $18. You can't beat these prices. And this is the Jazz Classics 180 gram vinyl. Outstanding. Malt liquor. Malt liquor label out. Follow the blueprint. Shout out to 219 J Jones. Rock Bottom 559. LootbagLarry, of course. Pro Wrestling Guy, Cause of 25, and Lone Wolf 420. The Northern California contingent, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Falstaff, of course. Malt liquor. Shady. Scumbag Supreme. This one's for you, guy. Actually, this one's for Shady. And the next one, too. I was shocked to find this in the wild. Shocked. This is obviously a repress. I think it's the 2021 repress or 2020. I don't know, but I found this at Econo Jam Records yesterday afternoon, and I was ecstatic. I was stoked. I didn't think you look on Discogs, the repress ones are not that expensive, but they're all coming from Europe, so you're gonna pay out the ass for shipping. This one I found in the wild at a local record store. You never know what you're gonna find. Chaotic Discord. This has the Never Trust a Friend and Fuck the World EPs on it. Featuring Fuck the World, You're Gonna Die, Pop Stars, Our Students Safe. It has Sausage, Bean, and Chips, Anarchy and Woolworths. I mean, this is on the other Chaotic Discord record that I have, Fuck Religion, Fuck Politics, Fuck the Lot of You. The CD version of that has this on it as well. And, the vinyl version obviously doesn't, because then it would have to be a double LP. But I was happy to find this Chaotic Discord, and it was a very good price, 20 bucks. You can't beat that. I will also be rocking this one tonight. Econo Jam, they got a great selection of punk in there. I was shocked, believe me. Blitz, All Out Attack. This is from 1982. It was recorded, when the hell was this recorded? I think November 1982. And this is that UK 82 shit. It's street punk. It's like Oi and street punk all mixed together. You know, half the band was punk rockers. The other half was skinheads or whatever. You know, and don't let the media has bastardized that term anyway. Don't believe the hype about that. You know, not all the skinheads does not necessarily mean neo-Nazi, okay? So that's a whole other thing. So, you know, I mean, this says Someone's Gonna Die on it, Attack, 45 Revolutions, Warriors. There's not a bad one on here. It's all bangers. It's very fast. It's like an EP. All Out Attack, Blitz, outstanding fucking record right here. And this is a good piece of vinyl. It's got that green translucent vinyl on it. Out fucking standing. Malt liquor. We're gonna set the tone in a moment. I gotta get down some of this malt liquor. Delicious. Set the tone here. Oh, yes.
I want to go to other town.
Damn it. Live TV, folks, it does happen. Now we gotta watch an ad, of course. That's the way it goes. Malt liquor. Fuck you, YouTube. You ruined your website. I'm telling you.
Levels of pollution that can put their health
Fucking garbage.
I want to go to other town.
Don't forget the Chaos LootbagLarry. Now this is an OG copy right here. This is outstanding. Wu-Tang Clan, Can It Be All So Simple, and Wu-Tang Clan Ain't Nothing to Fuck With single, 12-inch single. This is a 1994 pressing, an OG copy. I mean, if you look at it, let's pull it out of the plastic here. It's got a lot of ring wear on it. You know, the corners are beat up and everything. The vinyl itself is not bad. I mean, it's got some scratches and shit on it, but it plays great. It sounds great, and it was really, I believe this was a very good pressing that I got here. I got this off of Discogs, and it was not very expensive. It was $15, including shipping. So, shout out to Discogs on that. And I had been looking for this one for a while. I just wanted to have an OG copy of some Wu-Tang shit from the 1990s. Maybe this was a DJ copy. I don't know, but it's been played a lot. But it still sounds good. So we got all that going for it. Wu-Tang Clan, Can It Be All So Simple? Wu-Tang Clan Ain't Nothing to Fuck With. Featuring the instrumental, the radio edit version, and the album versions of both songs. So you got 6 tracks on there. Oh, liquor. Oh, the radio edit ones are fucking hilarious. They gotta change up everything. It's kind of funny. Oh, liquor. Also off of Discogs, Fear Factory, Obsolete. This is a great album. This is probably their best album. I know they put out 3 or 4 other albums. Don't really care for them. This is not the extended version that they put out a CD version. Like 2000 or maybe that was 2000. They had 5 or 6 more bonus tracks on it. This doesn't have that. This is the original version of it, but it's a repress, obviously. I think this was pressed in 2019. Roadrunner Records, and this came from Europe. The pressing was in Europe, but I got it from a US seller off of Discogs. And I think I paid like 22 bucks for it plus shipping, so it was like $28. Wasn't bad at all. And this is a great one. Shock, Edge Crusher, Smasher, Devourer, Obsolete, High Tech, Hate, Freedom or Fire. There's not a bad track on here. Every song's a banger. Say what you want about Fear Factory. Is it metal? Is it new metal? Whatever. I don't know. I know one thing. It fucking sounds good. It rocks fucking hard. The one thing about this band, though, they don't sound that great live, but it is what it is. This is a great album, and I'm going to definitely enjoy the fuck out of this one. Fear Factory, Obsolete, 1999. I first heard that album in Germany. late summer of '99, or it might have been October-ish, that time frame. One of my Army buddies, he had it, and he's like, dude, you gotta check this out. So after work one day, I stopped off at his barracks room, and we was drinking a 40-ounce of malt liquor, and we ordered some pizza, and we just fucking listened. We were listening to some fucking music. He was a metalhead, and old school metal, new metal, whatever you want to call it, all different types of metal. This dude was all into it, and I was obviously into punk, but I got an open mind about metal. There's one thing I regret in the 1990s, and I wish that I was not as closed-minded about music back then, because there was a lot of good stuff that I didn't get into because I had a mindset of this punk only, or, you know, gangster rap and hip hop only. That was it. That was it for me. And I missed out on some good shit, and I'm glad he introduced me to Fear Factory. That's a great album by a great band. Malt Liquor label out. Follow the blueprint. Up next, and it's two of them that I found on Discogs for a great price, both of them for a decent present. US Bombs Back at the Laundromat, an OG pressing from 2001. This is a 21-year-old piece of vinyl, and it plays excellent. No bouncing, no warping, no skipping, no none of that bullshit. No snap, crackle, and pop. Sounds fucking great. And it has a, you know, it does sound different from the CD version. It sounds better. Like I said many times before, as you know, this is an Oaktown Hillbilly exclusive. Punk and jazz just sound better on vinyl. That's a fact. Those are facts. Those are undisputable fucking facts. US Bombs Back at the Laundromat. There is not a bad song on this record. I bought it the day it came out in 2001. I was in Kosovo. I was deployed to Kosovo at the time. And I found out that it was coming out. A new record was coming out. And I bought it on, obviously on CD back then. But, you know, and I listened the fuck out of that for the rest of that deployment. You know, I don't remember the exact date that it came out. I think it was, might have been fucking, goddamn it, might have been February 2001. And the rest of that deployment, I listened to it, and it was basically the soundtrack for that Kosovo deployment. And a lot of time after that, there isn't a bad one on here. Tora, 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 Die Alone, Bloody Rag, Surrender. The Contract is great. Your Country, Good Night. Good Night is a dedication to his friend, what the fuck was his name? Chuck Briggs, I think, who passed away from fucking AIDS. He was a drug user. It happens, you know. He caught AIDS from a fucking bad needle. He got a bum rap in it because he was a talented musician. Unfortunately, he was a dope fiend, and that does happen. US Bombs Back at the Laundromat, 2001 OG copy off of Discogs. Out fucking standing. Malt Liquor label out. Also off of Discogs, never mind the open minds, here's the US Bombs. The 1997 Alive Records pressing. And this is also a masterpiece of punk rock. There is not a bad song on here. Sex Machine, Ballad of Sid. You know, Ballad of Sid, the alternate version that was on here, the reprised version. Call Box is on here. You know, Florida 32 ounce. You want to get into punk. I know we had talked about this before. You want to get into punk. US Bombs is a band that, even if you don't like punk per se, if you think it's kind of obnoxious or whatever, this is a band you can listen to. The songwriting is excellent. Dwayne Peters is a genius on that. So, never mind the open minds, here's the US Bombs. Outstanding. The Alive Records OG pressing from 97. Also on Discogs, I think I paid $25 for this plus shipping and tax. So it was like $33 total. And this arrived about 10 days ago. I've already spun it 3 times. You know, this is a great one. Now, let's do it again. Shout out to LootbagLarry. Don't Forget the Chaos. You know what? Fuck it. Live TV, folks, it does happen. We're going to play Don't Forget the Chaos. Study that beautiful label of King Cobra Premium Malt Liquor while I look up for this. Might have to fucking goddamn watch an ad or something. Yeah, here we go. Maybe not. Alright, we got it. This next one is for Nick Gutted, Hell to Pay 80, and LootbagLarry. Slayer, Seasons in the Abyss. Picked it up at Econo Jam Records. I put that in the middle on purpose. You know, this one here, this, South to Heaven, Rain and Blood, Diabolus and Musica or whatever, Repentless. I like all those albums. I don't think they've ever released a bad album personally. That's my thought process on it. But this one here, Jeff Hanneman was still alive. He had a lot of influence, and he was into punk rock. And there's a punk rock influence in all these records from back in the day. The speed and all that kind of shit. You know, there isn't a bad one on here. War Ensemble, Blood Red, Hollow Point, Skeletons of Society. You know, and this has the, I think it's the original cover here. $28 at Econo Jam, and it's colored vinyl. This was a Europe only release. They managed to get a copy of it. You pay a little bit extra for those imports or whatever, but it's worth it, 100% worth it. I don't know what color it is. It's still sealed. I haven't opened it yet. It took me a lot of fucking discipline to not open these because I didn't cam up last week. And as I've said in the past, I want it to be authentic. I owe my audience that. I want it to be authentic. So when I do Vinyl Haul, it's a sealed copy. That Blitz record, it wasn't shrink wrapped, but it's a fresh copy. It had never been played before. So obviously I listened to it. That Wu-Tang record was used. Those US Bombs records were used. I listened to them already. But these shrink-wrapped sealed copies, you know, I ain't listened to them yet. We'll get into that in a moment. Don't forget the Chaos LootbagLarry. Now, Lil J, I'm trying to get some of them Casualties records, but they're very expensive at the moment. We're working on that. You know, I got a couple other ones I want to get first. There are bands that I want to collect the complete discography before I do anything else. Agnostic Front is one. The Business is another one. Black Flag is another one. But some of those are hard to find. There hasn't been a My War pressing Golden Walrus in fucking 6 years. 2016 was the last My War pressing, as far as I know. You look for an OG copy out there or something that's, you know, a 2012 or 2013 pressing, you're going to pay $50, $60 for that. That's the way it is. You know, the first 4 years, like, this is what's in my queue right now. This will be the first one I listen to after this video, after this masterpiece. The first 4 years, Black Flag, you know, I found this in the wild for a decent price. I had $21 I paid for it down in Sacramento. You can look on their website and you'll find them. They're $25 on the website, but I got that for $21, and it was still sealed. Now, up next, also off of Discogs, DI Team Goon. I think this is 1983. This is obviously a repress from 2017 or 18, I think, and it's color vinyl. This one has all the classics on here. Richard Hung himself, Guns, you know, Reagan DeFuhrer. Look at the film Suburbia. Look at the live performances from this band. I'm going to see them in Los Angeles in July. I can't wait. They're going to be with TSOL, the Dickies, and the Voodoo Glow Skulls. That's going to be an awesome one. This right here, it's basically, it's like an EP or whatever, but it's their debut album. It's great. I highly recommend it. Even if you don't like punk, you will like this record. DI Team Goon. Especially Guns. Great fucking song. Also from DI, this is the 2007 release, On the Western Front. Now I know they put out a bunch of shit. They put out a bunch of shit in between. The album with Johnny's Got a Problem, I personally don't think is that great. I can't think of the name of it at this moment. But obviously the debut, Team Goon, and this is the last release they put out. There isn't a bad one on here either. You know, On the Western Front, OC's Burning. OC's Burning is probably my favorite song on the record. And then Punk Rock Suicide, you know. This is a very short one as well. 12 songs, you know, 2007. It's a different time in his career. Casey Royer is a brilliant frontman. There's that's going to be another topic for another day. That's going to be an NC-17 video. I don't even know if I can put it on YouTube. It'll probably have to be a Twitter exclusive, which my Twitter account has been suspended again anyway. That's the way it goes, Malt Liquor. Fuck Twitter, Malt Liquor. DI on the Western Front. Now, I saved one of the best ones for last. Let's get a little bit more Malt Liquor down. We're probably at 15 minutes already. If you don't like long videos, you came to the wrong fucking Malt Liquor channel. First and foremost, this is a Malt Liquor channel that I happen to discuss vinyl records and punk rock music for the most part. Malt Liquor. Shout out to Joe Skull and Golden Walrus. Malt Liquor. Indiana Malt, Malt Patriot. Now, this is I've been waiting for this one. I've been looking back in September and October at 1234 Go, Econo Jam, and Phono Select. They had shitloads of copies of this. Then all of a sudden they didn't. Then Econo Jam happened to have one copy of it. I don't know where they got it from, because when they press this, it goes quick. Bad Brains' self-titled debut album. A masterpiece of punk rock. If you like punk rock, you have to have this in your collection. Just like I've said before about The Clash, right? The self-titled debut album, The Clash, in '77, I feel is their best work. London Calling, that's the one that everybody loves. Combat Rock, that's the one that's, you know, it's the CBS one that's mixed reviews. And I think Sandinista is the one that everybody loves too. But I think that this self-titled debut album of The Clash is the best one. I go against the grain on that. Same with this. This one is punk as fuck. It's fast and it's fucking hard, and that's the way it goes. Bad Brains, self-titled debut album. I think 1981. It was recorded in '81. It was probably released in '82. And I never got a chance to see this band. They're defunct now. They did shows up until like 2007, '8, but it's hard to do this music as you get older, so it is what it is. The Bad Brains debut album. Look at it's iconic fucking cover art too, you know? That's the whole point of this shit. I've said before, I buy them to listen to them, that's it. I'm not gonna buy a record, I'm not gonna buy a vinyl record for one song. I also, this past 2 weeks, I crossed the 100 threshold. I don't want to have more than about 500 of them. There will be there's exceptions to every rule, of course, or whatever, but I don't want more than 500. That's how it goes. More liquor. I'm already half in the bag. I enjoyed a 24-ounce can, a 25-ounce can of Hurricane High Gravity earlier while I was watching the Met game. Mets managed to win their ball game today. So forgive me if I misspoke, but I really don't give a fuck. More liquor. 219 J. Jones. That fucking Camaro of yours is coming along nicely. Shout out to San Diego 40 ounce and fucking Ivory Cannon Pete. I'm gonna be doing a gangster rap special coming up. I got a couple more I gotta pick up. We're gonna do all that shit. 90s gangster rap is where it's at anyway. This modern shit, I know I sound like a fucking old man. I kinda am. But it just doesn't have shit on the 90s. We're almost at the swill. Live to you folks. All right. Now this is specifically for Shady and 219 J. Jones. Approach the swill. Some people call it the swill. I call it the best fucking part of the whole goddamn thing. Approaching the motherfucking swill. Over here. door foam either. When you drink a 40 ounce of malt liquor, just make sure you're keeping the fucking label out. And don't leave no fucking door foam. Your fucking foam, Dorf. Oakland Hellbilly. Thank you for supporting the Malt Liquor channel. We do what we do here. I always try to put one out every week. We gotta give you 100% every time, even when I'm half in the bag. Rate, comment, subscribe, whatever the fuck you gotta do on the fuck out of here. Look at that shit. Fucking New York Rangers, 94 Stanley Cup champions. New York Mets, 69-86 World Series champions. Get the fuck out of here. Malt Liquor. Shout out to Fockles 1.